Hey guys, Justin Jones, part of the Busted Cribs team with Stephanie Jones, and we hope that you guys enjoy our episodes. The feedback that we've got is we have the audience asking for what stuff actually costs. They look beautiful, we can see the process, the before and after, but what does stuff actually cost? I wanted to take a few minutes and walk you through a farmhouse kitchen, what it cost, how it was designed, and go over all of that stuff with you. I'm gonna start with the cabinets, the white shaker cabinets with the black handles. The black handles we get on Amazon. They're about $3 a handle. This kitchen had 30 handles. You can do the math on that. The white shaker cabinets we get from Panda or Innovation. It's a little bit above builder grade with the soft close and stuff like that. This whole kitchen, since we didn't do upper cabinets, is roughly about $4,200 in just the cabinetry. And when I walk over next to the fridge, you'll see why, with the pantries costing about $1,400 of that budget. My wife wanted to go farm sink on this. This farm sink we ordered on Amazon as well. It was a $300 farm sink, and it comes in about 2 days. The faucet, we got this from Home Depot. We had to run out and get a faucet real quick because with the COVID stuff, couldn't get our faucet in time until like June or something like that, and we're still in May now. So the faucet we paid a retail for, it was about $200. The floating shelves, these are a whole lot of fun to do. You will need, if you want the bracket to go on the outside, you can build it on the outside. We like having it looking like the floating shelf is supposed to look. So the brackets we order off of Amazon as well. They come out 8 inches and they come down 6, or you could switch them up to where if you want 8 behind the wall and then 6 holding up the shelf. So these are about $75 a piece. Get them from your local lumber yard and have them just go through and sand it down real quick. A wood shop can do that for you. We use Don Eichert over in Dunedin. So we created 10 of them all the way around this kitchen for $750. The brackets were about 200 bucks. The backsplash here, she wanted to do backsplash all the way around. And this is that white subway tile. She shot a video on it in Floor & Decor.
So we're at Floor & Decor, one of our favorite stops, and I love this tile. It is a little bit uneven. As you can see here, once the grout comes in, it kind of looks a little bit more rustic, more farmhousey. This is one of my favorite tiles, but it is 89 cents a piece. We needed 27 boxes, which meant that that was going to bring our cost up to like $530. So that was great, but I decided to price out a couple more. And so for the same look, we have this tile. It's more straight line, but still a really great tile, and it's priced at 55 cents a square foot. So it gives a pretty cool, clean look the same way, but this was only $320 total. So we saved about $200. So on a flip, you kind of have to weigh your options of what you want to achieve. I really love this, but for saving $200 that can go back in my pocket, I'm gonna go with this one.
They're 55 cents each, not 55 cents per square foot, but 55 cents each. The whole entire backsplash here was about $353. Now we'll go into a little bit of the labor aspect of it. So the guys who came in did all of our cabinet install, all of our granite install, and built the island here. We provided them the pieces, we stained it and stuff like that. They did all of that for, I think it was a total of $6,600 minus the $4,100 for the cabinets. It's about $2,300 bucks. Let's go into the island. So the island, she got the old typewriter desk for $125 at the thrift store. We had Don Eichert, our wood guy, make these for $125. Stephanie stained them. She had the legs from an old piece of furniture, so she didn't incur a cost there. The countertop that this is on right now, this is a cypress countertop, different sizes. I think they did a great job on it. This is 1x material inlaid in on a 2x on the outside, so we run the 2x around. This whole thing cost $450. He built this for us. So we're all in somewhere around $1,150, $1,250 on this.
We use the same color on every property. I love it. It's like this perfect blend between gray and like a neutral tan color. It doesn't go too brown or too yellow, and it doesn't go too blue on me with the gray. It's like this beautiful grayish, and we use it, it's called agreeable gray. It's a Sherwin-Williams color, but I will say, I wanna talk about lighting and color. So my background is in color, and I'm a graphic designer, so I was a colorist at Ion Television for years, and I would, color correct things, and so I'm really big on color. So most people probably wouldn't notice this, but it's a big deal what lighting you use in your space. Even with 3D design, you set up your cameras, you set up your lights in this 3D space on the computer, and you have certain lighting. So sometimes I would add a blue light for a backlight, and sometimes I would add a yellow light to kind of create this depth on the 3D space. And so it's kind of like I'm using that now in a real space. So an important fact to remember is that paint looks different on each wall. And I know you've heard that before, but I'll tell you why, like the actual why that looks so different. So for instance, this wall, it is the same color, but this is a blue cool light. Cool means it's cool colors, blues, and it creates this more sterile look. So a lot of people love this color. I don't usually use this in my spaces because I want to create more of a homey, natural light color, and a natural light would be more of a warm or in the store, I think the bulb is called natural, like a natural light. And that because it creates this yellow tone that is like the natural what's coming from the sun. There's a lot of greenery outside this window. The greenery, if you don't have blinds up, is going to naturally, especially during a certain time of day, the green is going to bounce from the tree and into your space. So it's not happening on this wall because the window is gonna bounce it this way. It's gonna happen on the inside here, and it's gonna happen on your other walls. So I'm gonna walk over here now. This is even a different color here because this is just the lighting that's in here. I have gold, warm light, can lights, and the fan too, so it's creating this golden tone. You have a little bit of green, especially when you see it in the shadows, but it's pretty much the true color. And then on this wall, you can kind of start to see the greenery start to change. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it is definitely a different color. And then this wall really bounces the green off. It is so bizarre to me how paint can change in each way. So you can kind of see it too, like when I stand in front of the green, it changes. But when I move, you can see the green bouncing off of it. So we used a flat paint, which helps that. If I would have used a semi-gloss or eggshell, it would have really been a bad green glare because of all the greenery coming in. But I used a flat paint. I love using flat paint in a flip because it hides a lot of imperfections and it just looks really good. It just doesn't create a lot of that bounce off the light. But that's something to remember. Paint it, like when you grab a paint and you want to test it, I know people say to do it in multiple areas, multiple times of the day. That's why. It's because all your light sources are bouncing differently. The light that's coming in out through your windows is gonna be a natural golden tone. If you have a lot of greenery outside, it's gonna bounce that. Our fence is like a golden greenish color because it's pressure treated. That's all bouncing. You just have to kind of think that through when you're picking your color. And also, like people say, keep it up. Let it kind of sit in your house so you can see it different times a day, a couple days a week. That way you can really see how the color reacts. That is the science and the technique behind it. A little fun fact for you.